Nessa girl, y'all wouldn't even let me enjoy my vacation good without blowing up my line about this Erica Mena and this Spice foolishness with Erica calling that woman a monkey, child. But shit, quiet as it's kept. The people want to know, do she look like one or not? Want to talk about it? Here you go. Now look, Nessa girl, I'm so glad that I chose to wait a couple days to do this video so I could get everything that's going on in its totality and talk about it in this video. Now, when I first decided to do this video, I was going to sit here and think about 60 ways past Sunday to be politically correct. I actually just deleted the video that I had started working on because for the first 4 minutes, it didn't feel like me. And so now I'm finna just speak like me. All right, first and foremost, whether she intended for it to be or not, whether she's aware of it or not, referring to a black person as a monkey is wrong and it's considered racist. The word, white folks back in the day, they compared us to apes, monkeys, chimpanzees. It was a slur. They thought because we were from Africa that we were uncivilized, we needed to be tamed, we were wild animals. I mean, there's just so much negative racial history associated with calling black people monkeys, all right? For those of you guys who were not aware, you might be young, you might went to a poor school system, you just don't get it. Or for those of y'all who are going to watch this video and try to purposely be obtuse and say things like, well, what if she looked like a giraffe? If you call her a giraffe, is that racist? If she looked like a fish, if you call her a fish, is that racist? And to answer your question, no, it is not. The conversation here is not about comparing people to animals, all right? It's about comparing people to a specific animal, especially if the intent behind said comparison to said animal is to hurt racially, all right? And because of that history, that is why the monkey thing is rubbing people, a lot of people, the wrong way, y'all. And there's so much here for us to unpack and for us to talk about. Now listen, if we're going to talk about this shit, we're going to talk about it. Do Spice look like a monkey? There are some people in the population that would say Spice does have the physical features of a monkey. All right? So the question is, with that being said, was Erica calling Spice a monkey as a racial slur? Or was she calling her a monkey because she flat out thought that Spice had some resemblance to a monkey? I'm not in Erica's heart. I don't know. When I first saw it, I was leaning towards Erica just called the girl a blue-haired monkey because it was funny and she thinks that she resembles a monkey, right? But it was not until she kept saying it and making the noises that I was like, no, Erica just might understand the connotation of this word. Because let me see. Erica Mena does not strike me as somebody who's very smart academically, who's very cultured, who knows a lot about history. She strikes me as a pretty-faced girl that probably dropped out of high school. And I don't know her background, but that's what she gives me. Erica does not give me that she's well-read. Erica does not give me that she's a student of history. So I was willing to bet, she probably just thought the damn girl looked like a monkey and called her one. Fair game. But it's when she kept saying it, I was like, no, there's a little something to it. And listen, let's not get it twisted. Because if we're going to talk about this thing, we're going to talk about this thing. We not finna sit up here and pretend like behind closed doors, them Spanish hoes don't be over there thinking they look better than and thinking they better than black women. And it's our black men that empower their asses to feel that way. We not finna pretend like there's not a subsection of the world that thinks because they have lighter skin, nicer hair, and a little bit of beans and rice and a rosco pollo in them that they're a little better than. But that ain't this video. So when I take all of those things into consideration, I'm like, yeah, Erica knew what she was doing when she called that girl a monkey. And see, here is the sad part about it. Erica accidentally revealed who she is and what she thinks of black women. She did it by accident. But you did it because I am leaning on the fact that Erica knows that calling a black person a monkey is inappropriate. I'm leaning more towards she's fully aware of that. And just how they say a drunk mouth speak a sober mind, a mad mouth speak a sober mind. And the fact that you, in the heat of the moment, you meant to shoot Spice, but you shot up all black women, that's in you. It was a Freudian slip, but it's a reflection of where you feel you are in the hierarchy in relation to black women. Now, I might be putting too much dip on my chip, but that's what I took from this. And see, this is a very peculiar situation because you, Erica, have made all of your money and all of your fame in black spaces. All right? We are not going to pretend like the Love and Hip Hop franchise is goddamn Selena or Christina or some shit that come on Telemundo. It is a black show undergirded by black viewership that happen to have a couple light-skinned bitches and a couple Latin hoes in it. All right? You made, and majority of that viewership are black women. You offended an entire demo of people who pay your bills. Which is perplexing to me, right? That's all I got on that piece of it, right? It was wrong. It was racial. She may have known or she may not have known. But here's where things get more perplexing for me. This is where the line was drawn. This is where the line was drawn. Oh, God. And I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right? And the network and Mona are not going to like this, but I just have to keep it real. The network and every producer who got their eyes on that footage prior to it airing, y'all ain't shit. This was filmed months ago. Y'all should have edited this out. All right? And listen, it's not about protecting Erica versus not protecting Erica. It's bigger picture. It's about protecting your brand and protecting this vessel called Love and Hip Hop that's been running now for over 10 years. This should have been edited out way back when. Y'all got how many black producers on this show that seen this footage? The locked edit makes it to TV, and nobody at any point, as many black women producers on that goddamn show, and as many black executives are up there at Viacom, nobody. Where's the quality assurance department? Nobody caught this. And again, not defending Erica, but baby girl, they hung your ass out there to dry. They did. Now that quote about Erica will not be returning to the next season of Love and Hip Hop. Maybe they're just going to make her sit out a season and maybe she's not fired. But I'm going to tell you why this is fucked up. As good as Love and Hip Hop has been to Erica, Erica has been good to Love and Hip Hop as well. And it's fucked up to work at a place and not be protected. And these people don't make millions of dollars off your back. Okay? Now, I know some of y'all that's going to be so deep into y'all protect black women bag that you can't see past your emotions and her being punished. I get all of that. I get all of that. And you got the right to feel what you want to feel. But we got to put a period, close that book, and let's talk about the business of this thing. All right? That clip should have never aired. It should have never aired. So one of two things happen. Somebody don't like you. They set your ass up and purposefully got your ass assassinated. Or all the other 35 people who saw this shit before it made it to TV just really ain't on their shit and don't have their pulse on the culture. I've worked with Love and Hip Hop before. There are a lot of black women over there in producing roles. I'm just not understanding how this made the light of day. Now, Mona threw her thing up with Handle. I'm not impressed. And I love Mona to death. But I just gotta say the shit. It came off performative as fuck. It came off as one of them Trump dog whistles to white folks. It was a silent dog whistle to black women, but it was performative as fuck. Of all the things over the years that needed to be handled, this is the one situation, Mona, where you want to swoop in and put your Olivia Pope hat on. Handled. The shit is laughable. And I love Mona to death. I'll always attribute Mona with giving me one of my starts in television. But that shit was laughable. And quite frankly, it felt a little beneath Mona, in my opinion. Mona was never being swept up in the backlash anyway. I honestly think it would have just been better had she stayed out of it. Quiet as it's kept, your ass stays silent on every damn thing else that people took exception with on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So I'm not understanding why this situation brought you out of your bat cave. Not to mention, we've all been in the business long enough to know that these people can't stay mad beyond 2.5 days. Time was going to handle the situation regardless. Part of me agrees with some of the things some of the cast members are saying. Like Scrappy was saying he don't understand how somebody can get fired or get in trouble for being put in these situations, and then they react or whatever, and now they're fired. And listen, two things can be right at the same time, and we can't confuse two things. Erica had every right to hit below the belt. She had every right to say whatever the hell she wanted to say. But you don't have the right to be racist. And that's where Erica fucked up at. If she would have said, that's why your mama in a wheelchair, that's why your grandma died of diabetes, I hope your grandma get hit by a garbage truck, she wouldn't have been wrong. Because let's not get it twisted. Spice said it the fuck off when she said, with your 17-year-old kid that don't like you. That shit cut Erica deep. What Spice said out her mouth was violent. All right? And y'all don't think words can be violent. What Spice said out her mouth was violent. All right? And the only place Erica went wrong was making a statement that could be, you know, interpreted as racist. Had she would have said anything else, she would have been full within her right. Because Spice did go low. So I say that to say this. You've got the personal piece, and then you've got the more global piece. Had this not been on television, and I would have just heard through the grapevine, oh, Erica and Spice got into it at the Dairy Queen. Spice said something that Erica called her a blue-haired monkey. I probably would have been like, Spice deserved it. I'd been like, she deserved it. But because, despite the fact that it is your life, you're still making a television show, even in the midst of fighting, you got to conduct yourself like you at work, mama, and you can't go around at your job using racial stereotypes and racial tropes. You just can't. You can't. And I can understand y'all talking about all gloves come off when people are fighting. Yes, that is all fine and well, but you can't shoot up all us over here. And that's what Erica did. She didn't shoot Spice. She aired that motherfucker out. She shot all us up. How we get in it? How we get in it? Here is what I would have done. Because the network and the franchise are always looking for cheap specials to produce for content. You see they do all these clip shows and these flashback to the past shows. This would have been a perfect opportunity to get cast members from Love and Hip Hop, past and present, and had a sit down with all the women and talked about colorism, misogyny, being a woman in the entertainment business, beauty standards, and it could have been an hour-long special hosted by Nina Parker or Mona or me or whoever. That's what I would have did. I would have turned this shit into a teachable moment. Maybe Erica didn't understand the full brevity of what she said and calling that girl a monkey. It would have been a perfect time, kind of like when Iyanla had got Hazel E on her show, and Hazel E was referring to those girls as dark or whatever, and she had that room full of different shades of brown in the room, and everybody was talking about their experience and so on and so forth. It would have been great to have seen that in a Love and Hip Hop light. Especially considering the fact that some can argue that we rarely get anything positive out of the show and out of the cast. This would have been a perfect opportunity to show a maturing cast. Could have had Amara La Negra there, being the Afro-Cubano. Have Erica Mena there, speaking as a lighter-skinned Latina woman who has children with a black African man who some could say also resembles a monkey. When Erica could have been properly schooled on, what if somebody calls one of your children one of these? There was so much opportunity for success from this moment. I'm all about the teachable moment. Here is what we do know. Erica Mena will not be returning to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta next season. That's not a win for y'all. It's a hollow victory. And y'all sitting at home with your Twitter thumbs and your fake outrage, and you just want to feel like you've been heard. And I get that. These people really gave y'all nothing. Do you know how vague that statement was? What's stopping her from being on Love and Hip Hop Miami next season? Where I actually think it makes more sense for her to be. Latina, Miami, she already lived here once upon a time. Next season, all right, she sit one season out. She'll be back. They threw y'all a little piece of carrot for y'all to shut up. and y'all on to the next thing. I think getting a teachable moment out of it would have been more impactful than soothing y'all little feelings by saying Erica Mena will not be on the next season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And can't nobody still tell us what that means. That's not stopping her from doing clip shows. That's not stopping her from doing the Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion, the Love and Hip Hop Couples Retreat, the Love and Hip Hop Divorce Special, the Love and Hip Hop Miami. It didn't say nothing about none of those. So what did y'all really get for your outrage? The people playing in y'all face. And y'all falling for it. Because y'all sowing y'all emotions. Y'all just want somebody to be punished because you mad. You got a hollow victory. That's all I got, y'all. I ain't got no more. I'll call y'all hoes later. Bye.